Welcome back to the cricket. It has been too long since we have been here, and we've left things in a bit of pickle as well. We've been mid-match in a 4-day first-class game between the Redbacks and the Tigers. So before we get back into the action, I'm going to catch you all up with what is happening in this game, as the season is almost good 2/3 through already. So we've got a lot to pick up on and a lot to push on with this season. So today, 4-day matches, day 2, session 2, and it is the Tigers who have just gone into bat for their second innings. But let's recap what's happened so far. The Tigers put into bat first, put together a pretty pathetic innings. It was Nichols run out by Ludman off 5 runs coming from that as well. 198 all out. A disappointing at bat for the Tigers, a home team. Botha was the man, chief destroyer, as he always is versus the Tigers, with 4 for 31. Then it was the show of Hughes that put together a massive run chase. 103 he put up on the board. Nicely supportive the likes of Cooper, Ferguson, Botha, Ludman, and to a lesser state, many at the end as well, putting him through to 262 all out. Nathan Nichols, as always, chief destroyer. Once again, he picked up 5 for 35, getting the last 3 wickets in the innings as well. So that left them trailing by 64 runs. That is the Tigers. That is Nathan Nichols' team. We can see already off just the first couple of deliveries. It is Cosgrove who's sent one to the boundary for 4. But hopefully they'll be looking to bat a lot longer than those stats say there. 60 runs behind. They'll be looking to get a lead and be looking to Nathan Nichols down the order. And number 7, he looks to be in for the Tigers to make a bit of an impact for this team. So we'll skip forward now and see when Nathan Nichols will take to the crease. So the big wicket of century maker Ed Cowan has just fallen, and that means Nathan Nichols is strolling his way out to the crease. A big partnership as well from Cowan and his top order batsman. Nichols into the crease. First time we've seen him here for quite some time. And he plays his first ball straight. Last ball of the 56th over it was as well. So he'll get to have a little break, have a chat with Tim Payne down the other end and see what the story is. The Tigers well placed, so over 200 for just 5 down. So it was a nice little tamer to get Nichols just bat on ball, the main thing. And now it is Payne who's gone very large. He has smashed that a long way. 4 runs for the wicketkeeper batsman and captain Tim Payne. And he's deposited that a long way. Big shot from Payne. And that's a great way to get this partnership rocking. It was with a shot like that. 1 bounce over the rope for 4. 221 for 5. Payne goes through to double figures. Sayers gets smashed through a boundary. Now he looks to cross bat it, looking to go onside, and he doesn't get anyone around the ball to see it through. No run there for Payne. Next one's relatively straight, and again it's just dabbed down the ground. Little delicate soft shot. The stump's broken. 57th over of the 3rd innings of the game. Second for the Tigers. And Payne is forward defending the 4th baller Sayers, who's happy to let that dot go by. The run scored off the first ball. Payne on 10. Nichols yet to score. That one's wide. Very wide as well. And Payne plays inside the line and lets it through to the keeper. Last ball of the over now. 4 off it. Another very wide one. This one Payne gets a bit of ball to. But the batsmen quickly reject the offer of a single. And the over comes to a close. 4 runs coming off it there from Tim Payne. And a tidy little over from Sayers as well. Gets the ball through the wider deliveries. Almost causing some trouble for Tim Payne. The short one was 4. So he gets 6 balls to just watch what's going on, Nichols. And now he's back in the action. He cracks one down the ground as well. Nicely plays it away from the bowler. And it goes down to a very, very, very long on, who tricks across to field the ball. Back on strike now, Tim Payne. Nichols off the mark, and that's what he would have wanted to be as well. as he steps away from the delivery and poses absolutely perfectly for that shot. As he drives it into the covers. Beautiful looking shot. How'd the pose. Now he's straight and he smacks it away through over the top of where mid-on would be. And again, that long on fieldsman does the hard work down there, quickly gets it in, but a single taken for the batsman. 223 for 5. Nichols, a wide one, and he latches onto it, and it's quickly hit to backward point, who is onto that in a flash. No one out there as well. He's got no mates. And it could have easily gone either way for 4. Again, Nichols slaps it through there, cracks it, holds the pose. But the fieldsman, it's that one man. Remarkably, there's just one guy there, and he is holding a lot of ground. Now Nichols drives, and he hits it straight to mid-off, and there's no run. End of the over. Not the most productive for the Tigers. A couple of runs coming from it. Nichols, though, off the mark, and he'll look to build on that with his wicketkeeper captain partner, Tim Payne, at the other end. So change of bowling now for the Redbacks. Kane Richardson coming into the attack. Very good strike rate for getting wickets, 27 from 11 matches. And he's into Payne. First ball short, and he turns around the corner. Beautifully played pull shot, and that'll go to the boundary for 4 more. Tim Payne, a little man, not afraid to get under the ball, put his body on the line, and it's almost a hook shot. It was that high on him. He's such a short player. Got right over it and smashed it through that vacant mid-wicket area. And away to the fence for a glorious 4. Tim Payne moves through to 15. Nichols on 1. Richardson already 2 wickets from this match. This one here is wide, and he cuts it beautifully away as well. This could be 4 more, it is. Tim Payne taking the assault to the Redback bowlers. To 31 for 5. That is a really good shot. Just got it over the head of the cover fieldsman. Hit it in front of square just slightly, but had enough. Once it hit the ground, it was gone. 2 fours to start the over. Tim Payne looks very good already. This one's on his legs. Hits the pad, surely down leg. What does the umpire say? Not out. Surely that was way down leg side. He tried to, well, really, what did he try to do? Push it on the leg side, but he got a bit of a tangle. Now he's settled himself down. He hits a dot. No run. 2 dot balls in a row, but 8 runs off this over. Very good for the batting team. And again is Richardson. A nice drive, and they'll look to scamper a quick single. There's no troubles there at all. And Nichols will get the last ball of the over to the paceman. Richardson, last ball for him. He's gone for 58 already. In comes Richardson. It's full, it's driven, and it's left. No run. And 9 off the over. A great over, but they're all going the way of the keeper captain, Tim Payne. And that short ball really did get absolutely assaulted. As to that wide one. A good length ball, but just a bit too wide of the stumps, and it was punished. Back into the attack is Spin. This time, though, it is Payne on strike, as Nichols has seen a lot of this bowler since coming to the crease. Only 1 ball from the pacer. But still, we know the rivalry between the Tigers and all. Tenacious little effort there from the short leg fieldsman. But both are very dangerous batsmen. A very dangerous batsman and a dangerous bowler is what I was supposed to say there. But he's very capable batsman, very capable all-round player. But it just seems to be the Tigers are a team he just loves to punish. Charging down the pitch and hitting it straight to mid-on. No run off that ball either. He really come down off a flurry. Could have been in a pickle had he not got bat on that ball. Now he looks offside and again hits it straight to the man in the covers. No run for Payne. That is a number of dot balls in a row now. 5. In fact, 1 to go on the over. Botha comes in and it's just defended. Tame end, tame over. The 2 for 61, both are shown already. He is quite the danger man. They can't take him too lightly. the Tigers. You see, good array of deliveries here, but he's a dangerous, dangerous man with ball in hand. That does get Nicholls on strike. 60 overs completed. 232 for 5. Richardson back into the attack. And this one is a bottom edge. And it beats everyone. And may not even go through to a for 4. It's held up there way back behind the slip cordon. And they've just scampered 2. Thought it was a guaranteed 4. A French cut of sorts from Nathan Nicholls. He gets lucky. And he grabs a couple. He goes to 3. Another wide one. Nicholls launches into that drive, but finds it only adds backward point. No run. Probably played that just a touch late. I want to get onto that a bit sooner if he could. Here comes Richardson again. This one's leg side. Nicholls flicks it away looking, but they say no again. One fieldsman out there on the leg side. And they've picked him absolutely perfectly. A lot of ground, a lot of area to cover again. They make sure that he does. Again, another one. This one's another French cut, and it's gone through this time. Now they'll scamper. Could this go for 4? No, it won't. Maybe they'll pick up 3, though. They're turning now. What are they going to say? No. There's a big yell of no, and they come back. Keeper missed a terrible throw, however. Probably could have scampered those 3. They'll take the 2. Nicholls moves through to 5. Not the quickest start of his career's innings so far. As again, he flicks one off the pads. This one finds room. Could possibly find a friend, but they say no. And they'll keep just the 1. That'll give Payne 1 ball of pace to endure. But the way he took him to part last over, you wouldn't put it against him. He's on 20, and he on drives this one, and there's plenty of room out there as well. They might be cheeky and look for 2. They do. Very well taken shot. Extremely well placed from Tim Payne, and that ends a very, very good over for the Tigers as well. 5 over from Nicholls, and 2 more for Payne, so that's 7 off the over. An extraordinarily good over, but look at that placement right in the middle of the pitch from Richardson. So we have Sayers returning, the medium pacer, coming back into the attack. So he'll face by Nathan Nicholls. And another wide one. Nicholls absolutely thrashes that one. But again, that fieldsman there at backward point is just stationary. And they're happy to let him keep hitting it that way. The shorter one. Nicholls gets under it but plummets it nicely. Goes through as well. The gap finds his way almost to the boundary. But they will hold it just short. And Nicholls will run a couple. Probably could have pushed it again and look for 3. But they are playing a pretty safe game at the moment, Payne and Nicholls. He's on to 8. Payne is on. Oh, edged! And where did that go? Nicholls is quickly away from the pitch. Well, we'll never see. But that looked like it edged straight out to backward point there. The fieldsman. And Nicholls returns to defensive mode. Wow, does he return? I don't know if he's ever been there. The lead is 177. Nicholls, oh, he's gone big this time! As if to say, have some of that, Sayers. Wow, you do not try and put Nicholls down. He puts one down the pitch, as if to say, yes, respect for that decent delivery that got my outside edge. But do not lapse your concentration, because Nicholls punishes his first boundary to the rope for 4. He's on 12. 6 off the over. Here's another go. This one straight back at Sayers though, and he fields it quite nicely. Don't think this carried, but we're going to get to see another look at it, even though the outside edge would have been more interesting. Nicholls always seems to be on the ball a little bit early for the medium pacers. But that one didn't carry to the bowler. A good over for Nicholls. Starting to see that aggressive side, that power side that we're used to seeing from him in that over, which is always a pleasure to see. Back to the crease, and it is Tim Payne on strike. 63rd over, about to get underway. Richardson looks like returning to the bowling crease as he comes in his first delivery, 115 Ks. The lead is now 181. 245 for 5. Payne is hitting this one uppishly as the fielder as they slide in, and disrupt the batsman. Don't want to risk anything. Richardson not getting it too quick. Tim Payne. He's on strike now. Third ball of the over. This one's leg side, and he's very quickly got up inside it as well. They may look for two, but they say quickly no. It's been a story of the partnership between these two at the moment. One keen to run, the other happy to let it go back. Nichols! Oh, he did not get much on that at all. He looked to bury it way over the chicken sign. But he has just bump balled it back almost past the bowler. And he lets that one go through this time, Nichols. He's not interested. Remarkable last two balls. Last of the over. We've just about seen it all already. This one's leg side. He flicks around the corner as well. Does well, Nichols. He'll get himself just a single. Well, these two don't look like they're going to do anything silly and run each other out, but we've seen from Nichols' career that, yeah, he does do that quite a lot. Well, that full toss, look at that. Oh, Yorker, perfectly pitched Yorker. So with that single off the last ball, Nichols will retain strike. And again, he's just letting that one slide on through. Not even leaving it, he just holds his stance and watches the ball fly through. And again, this time he's straight and over the top. That's what he's waiting for. A bit of a straighter delivery. He's just smashed him over his head. Down to the boundary for 4. Nice and early he's onto it. Got underneath it. And just that raw power that we know Nathan Nichols has in his locker. He brings it out again. And amazingly, the Redbacks not plugging that up either. Now he drives. Oh, what an exquisite shot along the carpet. What a shot. Perfectly timed. This is why spectators pay money. Pierces the hole. That man has been on to everything, but Nichols finally hits one just that little bit straighter. And he gets the reward. Another 4. Oh, Nichols goes big again. Has he gone all the way? Oh, has he ever? It went very, very high. But it went very, very long as well. Right in the slot. There's a fielder there mid-off running deep. You've got to wonder just for a second if he may have misjudged the elevation. But, well, when you see that one going into the seconds here, you've got to say there is no chance. Edged! Oh, and just about. Nichols looking to play that down past Tim Payne's legs. This one now he cuts and he gets it through the gap again. Now they put the motors on, but it won't matter. It's another 4. 446.4. What an over, and he could have been out in it as well. Well, he got that one a lot squarer than earlier in the over. And it beautifully went through, held up very, very quickly in the outfield. A lot of moisture out there, it seems, from overnight, but doesn't stop the power of Nathan Nichols. Not on this occasion. Sayers goes for a lot. And that one, look at all the blue. That is big. Tim Payne, he's back for the 65th. He hasn't done much in the last 10 balls or so, but he'll be happy to watch the fireworks as now he tries to get involved. And he hits it straight to mid-on. 23's on. Nichols has raced to 31. He has just gone out there in an absolute flurry as the batsman had an inkling towards a single, but the fielder was very quickly onto that ball. Again, Richardson firing them through at about 115 Ks. He's got 2 wickets to his name, alongside both with 2 on drive. But again, Payne doesn't find the gap in the field. He looks a bit frustrated. He's on 23 runs. The lead now over 200. That's what they want. They know Nichols can make an impact. He's on 31. Short one. He gets up and down underneath it, but can't still get it past mid-on. Something about those two at the moment. Fifth ball of the over. Richardson steaming in. Shorter one, he cracks it. Oh, that is a nice cut shot from Tim Payne. And you can sit back and watch all over because a shot like that is well and truly worth it. Doesn't get the 4, but he'll take the 3. Oh, wow, that is a 50-run partnership as well. Very quickly, that has come about by Nichols and Payne. Oh, Nichols very slow onto that ball as well. And they say no to a run. He just about let that one rifle straight onto his pads. Could have been destructive there. You saw it was that last one. Was heading towards middle stump as well. Good shot from Nichols. Well, he's a bit of a master of everything, isn't he, Nathan Nichols? We've seen his time in the Rugby World Cup. We've seen some time with him with the willow and the leather ball in hand as well. Now we're seeing him travelling the globe. He's plying his trade with cricket and with rugby. He really is one talented individual as Payne. Will be happy to have him when they can. It's a bit like one of those big international players that doesn't know whether they want to play league or play rugby union or maybe boxing. We all know who I'm talking about. Next ball in from Sayers. Still in the attack. Somehow. Even after being carted by an absolute boatload in his last over from Nathan Nichols. He returns to Payne, who blocks the defence. Fourth ball, Sayers quickly back to his mark. Lead is 204. Sayers in, fifth ball of the over, wide, and really Payne just not interested at all in hitting this anywhere to get some runs. He's batted so well that he's gone into his shell somewhat. 26 off 46. Last ball of the over, he's gone up-ish. One bounce to mid-off. You really need to clear his head here, Tim Payne. He's looking good, but he just has lost his way very quickly here in these last 2 overs without too much strike. That last ball was almost his demise. He needs to get his head back in the game. Another change of bowling. It's the finger spin of Johan Botha. Well, this is danger now. Nichols and Botha have been, well, rivals for quite some time, and that's a great shot from Nichols. Oh, he's passed them beautifully. How did he get that away? Not too much power, and it really just went with the ball. And watch how close this fielder was again. Deep in the outfield, it slows up. Oh, that is some well-timed leg glance shots there. Botha goes wide. Nichols chases him. Oh, he's done it. He didn't think he was through, but he is. Will they get a couple of 4? No. They'll just have to make do with a couple. Nichols gets his hurry on there. I think put him off there when that fielder went sprawling on the ground. He couldn't see the ball. 6 runs off these 2 Botha balls so far. Oh! Hit off the legs and straight into the legs of the close infielder, short leg. Goodness me, that was almost a bit of excitement again. Leg side, he chops it away, down past the square leg umpire, and they will trot around and again come back for 2. Misfield by the keeper. Backing up good though from the Redbacks. 2-7-6 for 5. This partnership, as we saw before, well over the 50. It's Botha again. This time he gets it a bit more straight, and this could deadly go through them again, but they don't get it away. It's nicely saved from the fieldsman. Another 2 runs. That is 10 runs off this over. How quickly they tally up. Nichols again forward, and this time he's hit it straight to the man at point. Over comes to a close. 10 runs off it. Johan Botha, a very, very good bowler, but he's been dispatched by an aggressive and very good-looking Nathan Nichols today. If he can keep this up, this could be a great partnership for the Tigers. So we've got a bit of a change in direction now here from the bowler. Looks like it is Sayers to continue, but he's now going to change his mind, going around the wicket instead of over. And the first ball defended. He's 1 for 65. Around the wicket again. And trying to get that angle against Tim Payne, but Again from Payne, we're just happy to see him nudge it into the covers, down the ground. What Sayers wants is that outside edge, that thick, tasty little nick. Gives him some width, but he beautifully deposits it. What an on-drive from Tim Payne. Does he get the just reward? Oh, he does. Oh, he does indeed. Well played. Perfectly timed from Tim Payne. It was a nice shot. It was a bit unorthodox, a bit weird on it, but it got the job done. Got the ball away from that mid-on fieldsman who stopped almost everything. And all the way to the fence. 282 for 5. Tim Payne moves into the 30s. Nathan Nicholls is on 41, would you believe? So he's back to the defensive now. 41, I can't believe it. Just 33 balls. Remember, he was at some point 5 off 10. Payne in again on driving, but that fieldsman lurking dangerously, keeping the ball back at the stumps quickly. Lead of 218, 4 off the over. Payne just dabs it straight down onto the pitch. Sayers says thanks. We go 4 runs off the over. Nicholls will resume strike for the next one. Tim Payne, he's doing his best to stay out there because wickets in hand, his runs on the board. And with Nicholls batting the way he is, that's always good. So continuing will be the battle of Johan Botha and Nathan Nicholls. This one's a bit shorter and he still flicks it away off his pads, hits it straight past square leg umpire, and they'll just get the single. Well, this is probably what Botha wants. He probably wants to see what he can disturb under Tim Payne, who's looked a bit shaky. Payne's forward off the pads, almost goes to the wickets. That was almost a bit scary for Tim Payne. Didn't get anywhere near the ball. Plummets to the pads. Flighted and punched away off his pads. And he grabs himself a single. 2. Nicholls scampers through for another 1. 2 off the over. Run rate 4.14. Very good for first class cricket. Nicholls is 42. What's going on now? What is going on? He's given it. Unbelievable. Both are strikes. And Nicholls goes for a well-made 42. LBW, but there was an edge. Oh, a dreadful call from the umpire. Xavier Doherty is the next man in. I want to see a replay of that. Okay, this is what we wanted to see. The ball pitches up. Very full. Impact. Oh, it was on the full. But it was an edge. It was an edge. Oh, I'm not convinced. It was hitting all right. Okay, so we've got the interactive replay here. We are zooming right in. We want to tilt. I want to know where this actually hits. Let's have a look. Did it hit pad? Oh, it did, you clumsy bastard. Wow, okay, I take it all back. Let's zoom out a touch and let's pan around here. Let's see where the bat come in. Oh, that was such a bad shot from Nicholls. Did he get any bat on it, though? Surely, though, clearly it was after the ball hit the pad. I can see that now, but it kind of went through the ball, didn't it? Botha's the one who gets his reward, though. Nicholls is gone. Hits the pad on the full as he went down. We can see that there. That's a tough call, but he's gone. Okay, so the innings has come to a close for the Tasmanian Tigers. They've batted very well, however, through to 339 all out. Tim Payne, good reward for him, getting through to 53, while his time batting with Nathan Nicholls was quite productive. Doolan is 63, Cowan 105, and Nicholls, of course, 42. He'll be so annoyed he couldn't get through to another 50. But they'll hopefully be in our next match. But there's still a big task to do, though, because if we go forward here, we can see that the lead for the Tigers is 275. Can the Redbacks find their way into the game and chase that tally down? It'll come down to one man to stop them. That is, you guessed it, Nathan Nicholls. That wraps us up for today's episode. We'll be back again very soon. Don't worry, the series is not dead. It's going to be revitalized and brought back to life now that we have a bit more spare time in the schedule. A lot of rugby is slowed up a little bit, so we've got more time to bring you cricket as well as plenty of other games coming your way. 275 to win is the target for the Redbacks. Tune in next time to find out if they can get there.